Right, they just dropped off. This is day 44 of being sober off the weed, taking the risk. Yesterday we picked up 2,200 DVDs for $700 and just got another pallet delivered of 1,200 plus, probably around 1,400 if I had to guess, but they give an estimate of at least 1,200 for another $700. The reason it's the same price is because it's shipped from New Jersey. But this is your sign to take the risk. Whatever it is that you're not willing to take the risk on, take the risk. You have to take the risk if you want to succeed in life, if you want to live the dream life that you know that you dream about. It's not gonna happen, with somebody holding your hand. It's not gonna happen by someone doing the work for you. It's not gonna happen if you just sit there and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. Now for context, this is my second pallet. I ordered a book pallet first, DVD pallet second. I still have some books to scan on eBay and see if they're worth money. These didn't have a barcode. Still need to see if those are worth money on Amazon. Before we even touch this pallet, my homie and I are gonna clear through all of these. And because we're splitting them, realistically, we each got 1,100 DVDs for 350 bucks. And I've already scanned in almost my first full box of these. Not a full box like this, but like a box I'm going to be sending in, which is much smaller, a small box. This says large, a small version. And I've, already going to see $150 profit in this first, or at least, potential profit in this first box, so that we can already start making the money back. So one, if you're getting into DVD or eBay sales, buying from Facebook Marketplace is a great thing, but look for people that have collections, that are collectors, because they're not going to have tons of duplicates, if any, and they're going to be in much more better condition and have a higher profit rate, because they're going to have a lot of DVDs that they've collected that are worth more, versus buying from bulk sellers that are going to have, there's probably going to be a lot of duplicates in here, but that's a part of buying in bulk. But ultimately, the point of this video is to take the risk. Once again, if you don't take the risk, your life will never change. Nothing's ever gonna happen. And even when shit's going downhill or you feel like you're failing, I promise you, if you keep taking steps forward, if you keep moving in the correct direction, taking more risks, learning calculated risks, by the way, understanding what you're getting into first, having education, continuing to learn, continuing to figure out and find connections, better resources, multiple outlets to get rid of things, such as eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, when it comes to getting rid of excess bulk DVDs that aren't worth money that other people might want to collect. And for example, I sold one yesterday, and I've sold 5 in the past week of boxes of 80 DVDs, 80 to 90 DVDs that I've gotten as returns back from Amazon that weren't worth selling on Amazon, and I just haven't had time to list them all. And some of those just simply aren't worth money at all. And I've sold 5 boxes from $38 to $40 a piece on eBay, or 6 total, now, in the past week and yesterday, by selling them on eBay. And you just pack up 80 DVDs, 85 DVDs, whatever. You pay the shipping, free shipping, and you make about $20 a box. So that's just extra income, because I've already made all of my money on those DVDs already from sending in 20,000 plus DVDs to Amazon over the past year. Now, as I've said in past videos, I've made some mistakes. I've sent in a bunch of shitty DVDs. That's why I'm getting some returns. But what's funny about that is that, for example, on Monday, today's Wednesday, Monday, one DVD I got back, it was a box set. I almost threw it in to one of these bulk DVD boxes. And so now I'm like keeping all like box sets just in case, to see on eBay first. I literally am about to put this in there. It's completely brand new, sealed. It sat at Amazon for 9 months, never sold. And Amazon has millions and hundreds of millions of customers, right? It never sold. I get it back, had it back for maybe a week or two until I finally got to listing it. I list it on Monday for $39.99 and it was still the cheapest. Other people had them for $40, $45, whatever. $39.99 plus buyer pays shipping. It sold the same fucking day, listed for less than 8 hours, and it sold for $39.99, and I already shipped it out same day. That's another thing if you're selling on eBay, or if you're doing FBM on Amazon, which means you handle the shipments. You have to ship out the same day. You have to ship out consistently. You have to be on top of it, and that's gonna get you more reviews. It's gonna get you better customer service. It's going to get you a higher rank in eBay and Amazon system as you're a top seller, and it's going to get you more reviews back if I didn't already say that. And it's just about being a better seller, creating these practices now, and like I said, figuring out multiple outlets. So what's funny is I sent so many garbage DVDs. In comparison, I've sold almost just over 14,000 DVDs on Amazon, but I've had about 1,500 of them come back over the past month because they weren't worth money, and Amazon was like, you need to get these out of our warehouse. Basically, they don't want inventory sitting for longer than 9 months, or a certain amount sitting for longer than even 3 months. And so once I hit that 9-month mark, they literally were like, you can't send any more in until you get a lot of these gone. So I had to get like 1,500 sent back to me. Is what it is. Had to pay for shipping back. Took a big L. Probably cost me about $700-800. But the good thing about that is I've already made that money in the past. The only issue is I didn't prepare for the future, and that money does not exist. It did not exist, you know. So I had to pay out of that out of pocket, even though I've already made. I've sold almost $180,000 in the last year from December 17th, and it's coming up on a full year, almost December 17th again, and at least 40% profits, being generous, just because the DVDs, the price I'm getting them at, when you're able to buy something for $1 and you can sell it for $5, $10, $15, the ROI is insane. And Amazon does take a fee when you're selling on Amazon, FBA, but they do all the work. And so it's worth it. But still, 40% profit margins at the very minimum. So out of that 180,000, 50% would be 90K. I probably made about 70,000. I just spent a lot of it on dumb shit. I did pay off a lot of bills. I did make a lot of good choices with that money, but also I spent a lot of that money. So live and learn. It is what it is. But now 2026 is going to be, we are on track. We're going to make 2026 we're going to make 2026 the best year possible. I don't know if I've already said this, but I want to do well over 100K in sales, if not in profit, on eBay, which I know is 100% possible because I'm going to be getting into clothing as well. And I want to do well over 500K on Amazon in revenue. And so those are my 2026 goals, and it's only going to continue to climb as long as I continue to take the risk and move forward, even when things are going down, even when you feel the pressure. Diamonds are made in pressure. Diamonds can also be fucking crushed if you don't do it properly, but diamonds are created by pressure. And so it is so important to take the risk and make the right decisions and keep moving in the right direction. And I promise you, when you continue to bet on yourself, you continue to take the risk, you continue to do what you feel is right, and that you're at least taking a calculated risk. Yes, you might take a risk and it fails. You might take a risk and you fuck up. Bad things might come from it, but you always can learn from your lessons. A failure is only a failure if you don't learn from it. So start looking at failures as learned lessons, because you evaluate, you figure out how to fix it, you start again, and you keep going strong. And before you know it, you'll be right back where you were and surpass where you were times 10. So once again, to close out this video, appreciate all of you so much for watching and vibing with me on these day-to-day journeys of being sober, getting more clarity, becoming more focused, becoming the person that I know I'm meant to be by not holding myself back from freaking smoking garbage weed or doing tons of other drugs that I haven't done in a long time, but that I used to do earlier in my early 20s, just fucking around, not making the right choices. And it took me a long time to start making the right choices. And so if you're younger than me, even if you're older than me or the same age, it doesn't matter. Start making the right decisions now. Get rid of your vices, get rid of your addictions, whether it's porn, weed, drugs, alcohol, gambling, you name it, scrolling, whatever it is. Get rid of those addictions. Start working on yourself day by day, 1% better every day. In a month, you're going to notice a huge difference. In 2 months, you're going to notice a huge difference. In 3 months, you're not even going to recognize who you were. In 5 years, you're going to be in such a different headspace and position in life that you're going to thank yourself that you chose to make the decision today to start becoming your better self, get rid of your addictions, and take the fucking risk. Take the risk. Make calculated risks, But if you want the life that you dream of, you have to take the risk. I'll see you on day 45.